There were once chickens, fruitful gardens, and community.
Lots of chickens around this place.
To be able to have a place where anyone can come, no matter their socioeconomic status, how they woke up feeling that day, their gender identity, whatever it is, they know that they can come to this space and be nourished, not only physically with food, but also mentally, socially, culturally.
Bianca Bonilla is the organizer of Community Roots Farm. For 10 years, she has overseen the gardens and community events.
And everyone is always so surprised at how much you can do on an acre of land, right? It's not only the amount of food we grew, which was thousands of pounds, tens of thousands of pounds every single year that went out into our community, pesticide-free, local produce, but it was all of the people that were here.
But she doesn't own that 1 acre. It's leased from Shepherd of the Valley Lutheran Church. And after a change in church leadership, the farm is nothing but dead weeds and dirt.
About 2 years ago, Shepherd of the Valley Lutheran Church, there with the Missouri Synod, and they installed a new pastor, Joe Luckemeyer, and he made it very clear to our organization that he did not approve of several of our activities and our communications.
Bonilla says concerns from the church came up when the farm posted support for the LGBTQ community on their social media. Those concerns grew.
Did not approve of our Summer Solstice event that we had this year, stating that it is a pagan rituals that we were holding. And then our Dia de los Muertos event are also deemed non-acceptable to be devil worshiping.
When it was time to renew their lease, the church told Bonilla they would be enforcing a condition on their lease. All events and signage would need 30-day approval by the church.
They made it very clear that Dia de los Muertos and many of our communications would not be approved. Thus, we decided that this was no longer a safe space for our community. We could not forego our values and making sure that the people that we serve, our community, we want to make sure that they feel safe.
Pastor Joel Luckemeyer and the Shepherd of the Valley Lutheran Church declined an interview, but sent over a statement saying the farm's activity has expanded beyond growing and providing produce to advancing causes, which conflict with the biblical teachings of our congregation. The church also says it offered a new agreement, including event approval to make sure the property would not host events that expressly conflict with our mission and confession of faith. And the church notes, the farm has chosen not to enter into a new lease.
Their values are firm and so are ours. Their boundaries are firm and so are ours. You know, the protection of our most vulnerable communities, of our BIPOC, LGBTQIA communities, our immigrant communities, that is the most important to us, that they feel safe.
The loss of the farm leaves a larger gap for the community that frequented the space. It's the loss of access to an open green space, fresh vegetables, friendships, and acceptance.
These kinds of issues we're seeing on the media on a grand scale, right? We're seeing these tensions, and here we are living it on this micro scale. And in conversations, you know, I would say, like, if we can do this, if we can work this out, anybody can, right? There's hope. Like, how are we going to carry this?
Open green space is scarce, so Bonilla plans on carrying the mission of Community Roots Farm in a new direction, in a warehouse she is calling the Plant Lab.
We're going to have workshops there and community space and community building. But I think most importantly, it's going to be a space, a collaborative, safe space for our BIPOC, immigrant, and LGBTQI community.
The Plant Lab in Oceanside will be open to the public later this year. Tanya Thorne, KPBS News.